Hello, everybody. Welcome back to You've Been Josh with Josh. I am your host, Josh. It's been a bit. It's been a bit of time. It's episode 8. I was supposed to record this last week, but a lot has happened over the last 2 weeks, and I wasn't in the mind space to record last week, and so I apologize that there wasn't an episode. But I had to put myself first, and if you aren't a part of our Discord and on Twitch, you're just listening to the podcast, and that's the only thing you listen to. I do apologize for the lack of episode last week. And I wanted to talk about this week now that things have progressed and I have moved on and everything is settling down. I wanted to talk about everything and fill you guys in on stuff and just kind of take some time and get back into the swing of the podcast, because I've missed it. I've missed getting on here and chatting it up. And I promised that I would. I would make this one a little longer because of the lack of episode last week, and I will do my hardest. Yeah. But fill you guys in. If you don't know already, I've been sick for the last 2 weeks. I'm still coming down from it. I'm starting to feel myself again, which is good. Thankfully, nothing serious in terms of what we just went through for the last 2 years and what we're still going through. The big C. But it was a cold. It was a hefty cold that lingered on far longer than I wanted it to. So because of that reason, my nose was all screwy. My throat was all screwy. You can kind of hear it in my voice now, I think. But it's a lot better than it was. I can breathe now. And my body doesn't feel drained. And what's the deal with this is a side note, derail again. What's the deal with when you're sick and your nose is like that? Or if you lose your voice just drops 2 decibels and you sound sexy as shit. What is with that? I have a high voice, but the tonality of my voice is very high. I'm well aware of this, But then, like whenever I'm sick or my I lose my voice, and it's coming back and it's got that rasp to it, and it drops 2 decimals. God damn, I feel sexy as shit. I go up to my wife and I'm like, "Hey there, how you doing?" Cough, cough. Just like dying, but being like, "Man, I sound sexy." Side note. But yeah, no, I've been sick, and so I haven't been streaming. I haven't been. I didn't do the podcast last week. I just wasn't in the right mojo to do those things. And on top of that, which is the nit and grit of the situation, I had to remove something from my life. A friend, sadly. The emotions have moved on. It was sad. Still is sad. I don't feel the need to cry anymore. I don't feel the need to cry. I've been sick this past week. I've had enough stuff come out of my body. I don't need to cry again, And it was no fault of my own. And I've gone into great depths on stream and on my Discord about the whole situation. So if you want to know more about that, with what I am at liberty to disclose about the situation, you are more than welcome to go onto my Discord and read the announcement. All I will say, because as each passing day goes by, more and more things are coming up about the situation that I'm hearing, and now that I've washed my hands clean of the situation, and I was like, okay, I don't want that negativity in my life. Therefore, I don't want you in my life. And I pushed it away and said, best of luck. Um, a lot of my community, which was shared with their community, uh, were told the same lies that I was told. Um, into what depths they went with me with the lies, I don't know if they went that deep with them, with these other people, but I'm finding out that they were privy to the lie and they were brought into the unnecessary um, lies that they were telling, and they still believe them to be truth. And that's the one thing that I am still upset about, because I think that they have the right to know. But I am not at liberty to disclose that upon them, because that's their job to tell them. Just like it was their job to tell me from the beginning and not lie. And it had been a year they were keeping this up and making Photoshop photos and and lying and making fake accounts to prove their point, and just stupid shit. And like, I live my life on a very optimistic viewpoint. For example, every Monday at 4 a.m., the garbage truck man comes. Every Monday at 4 a.m., the garbage truck man comes, and he zooms into our little parking lot next to our apartment building, picks up our overflowing dumpster, dumps it, and drives away. And I hear him cursing because people don't actually put the garbage inside. They just throw it next to the dumpster, and so he has to put them inside the dumpster, and then they can dump the dumpster. And it's just a small reminder to me every week that it's important to let go of garbage in your life. Because negativity is what I'm meaning. That's the metaphor I'm getting at. Because you don't need it. It's trash. It's trash. It's garbage in your life. You need to get rid of it, because all it's doing is weighing you down, and it's stinky, and it's overflowing, and it's stuff that has no value to you and your progression and your life and your happiness. So just throw it away. And so every Monday, I think about all the things that I've been mad about, or upset about, or things that I have going on, and I reevaluate, and if it's not doing anything for me, it's gone. It's like your yearly resolution. It's like your yearly resolution, but I have it every Monday, and I just get rid of shit, and I'm like, okay, well, this isn't working, or this is making me feel like shit. And it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, because with this situation, I joke about. I'm joking about it now because I'm trying to make a light of a really heavy situation for me. But this is You've Been Josh, guys. This is the podcast. This is where we joke. We don't talk about serious stuff here. Fuck that. We deal with serious stuff in everyday life. Why do I? No, we're joking. It's the garbage man. He's coming to take my problems away. Whisk me away with his raspy voice that I only have when I'm sick. Come here, garbage boy. Say fuck you to the college kids for me. Turn me on. And take my problems away. Why am I romanticizing garbage man? Why? Is that what I'm doing? Guys, get yourself a garbage man. You need a garbage man in your life, metaphorically or real. I don't know what you need. I don't know what you need, but get a metaphorical garbage man or real one, to take away your problems. Take it away each week. Take me away to a secret place. I just want my voice to be back. I miss singing. Anyway, long story short, putting it all out there, done and done. Bad situation. They treated me like shit. I don't want that negativity or that hurt in my life. Therefore, even though it wasn't in a week's time I made the decision, it was over a year, and I didn't want to get rid of them because they were a friend, and I didn't want to make any rash decisions until I had proof. I now have proof. They fucking hurt me. It fucking sucked. It's over now. And I do hope that they feel feel empowered to get help and tell everybody else that they've told these lies to the truth. You know, so that way we can just move on. And have the garbage man come and take away our problems. The garbage man. Yes. But anyway, moving on to bigger and better things. Guys, the positive side, because, you know, I'm not about that negativity. I'm taking the positives of this situation. I've been sick. I don't have the energy to stream. Therefore, I'm not streaming. Therefore, you know what that means? My ADHD brain is going to work its ass off. So me bundled up in my desk chair, my racer game chair that I regret buying because it fucked my back. I am now using this time and facilitating this time away this past 2 weeks to just grind out some shit. I am so excited because I've used this time away to revamp the channel. It's something I've wanted to do for a very long time. Because, you know, change is good. Change is important. If you're not absolutely loving something, you know, you should reevaluate and tweak and make your own. And I'm a very picky person. So I was like staring at my setup that I've had for like 5 months, 6 months. It's not even been that long. And I'm like, I can make this better. And so during this time away, I've changed a lot of stuff, you know? Changed a lot of stuff. And I'm feeling good about it. I've revamped a lot of new things. I worked on some OBS stuff, which I feel absolutely amazing about. I'm very excited to show everybody. I have a whole bunch of new emotes coming out by The Crimson. And I appreciate him more than he knows, for the fact that it was a very last minute thing, and he's kind of expediting it given the situation, and I appreciate that so much. Because I have like no emotes right now because of the whole situation. I have a new partnership, guys, that I can't talk about yet because I don't want to say any. I don't want to reveal it until it's done, because that's how I am. That's why I love this time away, even though it sucks and I miss streaming, because I want to come back with all these new things and just be like, whoa, I'm back, bitches. That's what I'm excited for. And with this partnership that I'm working on, I like hitting at it. I like getting you guys nice and tasty and ready, and jingle your apples a little bit, whatever the fuck that means, and get you guys prepped and ready for when I can reveal it. It'll be very exciting. So I'm excited to share all this stuff with you. You know, I'm excited to share all this stuff with you. All these new exciting things. I'm so excited. So I'll be back on Friday. I've decided that now that I'm feeling a little bit better, I've decided that Friday is the day. The day after Thanksgiving will be the day where I come back to stream. After a week away, week and a half, I shall return to stream. Glorious, ascended. And I will blow your freaking eardrums out with the moans I shall give. And if you don't know what that means, come check out a stream. No, I've missed it. I've missed streaming a lot. I didn't want to be away, but it is what it is. Also, Thanksgiving, everybody. That's in 2 freaking days. Thanksgiving is in 2 freaking days. It is Tuesday right now. I always record it on a Tuesday and then post it on Wednesday, so that way I can edit the video, edit edit the intro and outro into the podcast, and then upload it and all that stuff. So that way, on Wednesday, it can be released to the public. And in 2 days' time, it is Thanksgiving. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I bought a duck. Joy and I have bought a duck. We were planning on getting a small butterball turkey or 2 Cornish hens. We were debating on what to get. A small butterball turkey or 2 Cornish hens to cook for Thanksgiving for us. But we didn't know what we wanted to do. We have a very small apartment, or we don't actually have a real oven. It's one of those like apartment ovens with two stovetop things on top, just a glass window door. It doesn't do very well with like baking stuff. So we were like, we'll just use the Instant Pot. Well, you can't put a whole fucking turkey in there, so we were gonna like, okay, small butterball turkey or 2 Cornish hens. Let's go to the store, see what we can get, because they come frozen. We'll just freeze it and then thaw it out in the fridge. And we went to the store and we were looking and we were like, okay, well, they got the Cornish hens. It comes in duos, and they have a small butterball turkey. What should we do? And like the voice of God, some random ass stranger behind us went, "You should get a duck." And I was like, "Oh, hello, sir," behind us, scaring the shit out of me. "You a duck, you say?" And he's like, "Yeah. Just get a duck. You can't go wrong with a duck." And Joy's like, "Oh, I've never cooked a duck." And I was like, "Neither have I. I've never even tasted it before. I don't know what that tastes like. Is it good? It looks. I've seen videos online. Is it good? Like it looks good." He's like, "Oh yeah." And it's a lot bigger than the small butterball turkey, but it would still fit in our Instant Pot. And Joy's like, "Oh, like, but that's a lot. Like, it's just us two. Like, we don't need a whole fucking duck. I mean, it's smaller than a regular sized turkey for sure, but it's still pretty large." And he's like, "Oh, that's for leftovers. Make some duck salad. It'll chef's kiss." And we're like, "Man, you are a salesman for duck, sir. Where did you come from? You're just here? You're just here in the grocery store waiting for someone to come and not know if they should get a turkey or a Cornish hen?" I'm like, "Hey, get a duck." And there was 1 duck left. And it was kind of odd because on the wrapper of the duck, it said "genuine duckling." And I said, "Is this a child?" This makes me feel awful. But we got a duck, and he said, "Have a good one." And I said, "You too, sir, from wherever you came from. I will enjoy this duck." So we've never cooked a duck before, let alone in an Instant Pot. So we'll let you guys know how it goes. We'll let you know how it turns out. I'll let you guys know next week or on stream how the duck turned out, because I have no fucking clue if it's gonna turn out well or not. I have no idea. It's gonna be an interesting thing. But I'm excited for Thanksgiving because I think I don't think I streamed on Thanksgiving last year. I think I streamed the day before, and I kind of had like a celebration for Thanksgiving in case someone doesn't do Thanksgiving on stream. And this year it lands on a Thursday, or does it always land on a Thursday? I have no fucking clue. Don't ask me questions about days and times. My relevance to reality is all off. I don't know what day it is. It's not true. I do know what day it is. I follow the calendar that's on my computer. It tells me the exact day, and I follow what day it is at that day. I do not look ahead to the future. If I wake up and it's Tuesday, I say, "Hey, I have to record the podcast today." Good thing I wrote stuff down each day. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I'd be. If we didn't have calendars, or if we didn't have electronics, holy fuck! If we didn't have electronics. Anyway, derailing. I should really get an emote called Derail. I should really get one, at least for the Discord. That would be really good. Ideas. I'll write that down. But no, I'm excited for Thanksgiving because I know a lot of people don't celebrate it, and it is an American thing. But I like the ideology of meeting up with friends, meeting up with family, and just giving thanks for the year. Because like you should always be thankful at all times. But it's just like one of those reminders in the year. It's just like, hey, be thankful, and it is a great buffer between between Halloween and Christmas. That's. Did you realize that like the only reason we have a lot of these holidays is to just buffer so we have a holiday a month? You know what I'm saying? I always thought about that. I'm like, that's just. It's trying. It feels like people. It's like a way for people to be like, hey, life sucks ass. So here's something to look forward to each month. Um, but no, I like Thanksgiving. I always have. It was important to me when I was growing up because my family did a lot of stuff for it, and I think I've talked about that 2 weeks ago. God damn, um, in the podcast. But I'm excited. I'm excited. It reminds me to be thankful for a lot of different things, and with the excitement that I'm feeling right now with all the new stuff that I've been doing with stream related things and all the work I've been putting in. It's reminding me of the excitement and the joy of when I first started streaming. Because I'm a very picky person. I've said that multiple times. Even in this podcast, I said that. Um, and when I decided that I wanted to start streaming, I could have streamed 2 months before my first stream date. I could have started, but I wanted everything to be perfect, so I took extra time to like really tweak things and really make them my own when I first started, not knowing like hardly anything and learning as I went. Comparable to what I know now with stuff, it's crazy. Um, but there was that just excitement and joy and creativity it was going through me and just being really excited about something and it's just reminding me of that feeling, and I'm having that feeling again, and I've been getting that sprinkled throughout this entire year, and just with everything that's happened this year, just all crazy stuff, good and bad, it's just there's a lot to be thankful for, a lot. There's a lot to be thankful for, you know. I'm just thankful for what streaming has given me, the outlet it has given me, the games that I've played. It sounds cliche, but like me being a fucking gamer, bro. No, I like. There's a lot of games that I've played this past year that made me cry. The stories are great, and I enjoyed them. And there's the fun games that I've found and I've played with friends have been awesome. Not let alone the friends that I have made this past year. With the whole situation with having to remove a friend from my life that was close to me on stream. With all of that, it made me realize how little we actually know about each other. Like, these are just people that we met online. We've never actually met in real life. They could just be showing us what they want me to see. And that was a real eye-opening thing, or a slap in the face, a reminder this past week. The fact that I really don't know these people. But I've always trusted my gut, and I've always trusted my ability to read people. I've always believed that I'm good at reading people and reading people's intentions and behind their actions and their what they want from the situation or the friendship. And with everything that happened with this said person, who I don't even have to say their name, nor do I want to, because I feel like everyone knows. I had that gut feeling way back when we started being friends. But with the excitement of streaming and my optimistic mindset, I was just like, you know what? I shouldn't be just fucking judgy, bro. Just don't follow my gut. Like, just give them time. They might just be anxious and just trying trying to vibe, bro. And so I just didn't trust my gut, and I let them in fully. And I have trust issues, and so it was rough. I didn't want to talk about this again. Shit. It just made me realize that I should follow my gut every time, because it never leads me astray. I have I feel I don't want to toot my own fucking horn here, but for me personally, I can read people like a motherfucker. I love people watching. I feel like I can read tales really well, even from their voice and their tonality. I should just trust my gut. If I get a vibe, follow the vibe. Be cautious, Josh. That's what I'm taking away. And putting that aside, going back to the friends that I have made other than that person, there's only a few times that I've had weird vibes. But there were people that I don't talk to because I have that gut feeling. Make me an asshole, but you know, I gotta, especially now with everything, I'm following my fucking gut. Following my gut. And there's a lot of fucking people, 99% of the people that I met on Twitch, that are just genuine, good-hearted people, and I love them so much. And they've given me no reason to doubt them, and no reason for me to be like, I don't even want to be around you. And just the amount of like support from people is just, it's so, I there's no like good way of being like thankful for it. You know, like I've talked about this multiple times. You're supposed to be thankful for things, and you're supposed to bring it up. I mean, you're not supposed to do anything. I keep saying things that I don't mean. You don't have to do anything in your life. You don't. You don't have to do anything. If you wanted to bum it out and just slide under the radar for the rest of your life, you could do that. Not saying it's a good thing to do, but free will, you're allowed to do whatever you want. If you wanted to do that, you have every right to do that. But people choose to do things because they feel the need to, or they want to. No one has to fucking support me. No one has to check in on me to see if I'm okay. No one has to reach out and say, "Hey, I know it's late, but fucking get into a call with me, play some video games." You don't have to fucking say shit. We can just sit and play. And that means more to me than people showing up to my streams. I feel like we've built something beautiful here on Twitch, and the community that we all share are just a big group of bros. And they're just there, and I cannot be more thankful for the people that I've met. It's just fucking, it's so nice. So nice. I love you guys. Dude, I just thankful for true friends, because they're hard to come by, you know? They're hard to come by. And also, I was about to say, can we get a motherfucking shout out from my wife in chat? No. Just my wife, man. I cannot express to you guys enough how much she means to me. Life has gotten 1,000 times better ever since I've met her, but we've grown into who we are together, and watching each other grow and picking each other up as it goes is just such a beautiful thing, you know? I'm a young guy. She's young too. We've got a lot of life ahead of us. But I just think that emotionally and emotionally together we've grown a lot, and this year has been very eye-opening for both of us. And she's such a beautiful human being, and I don't deserve her at all. And she's just a huge support, and I will never ever not be grateful for her. Um, Life's just great. But moving on from the sap back to the funny funs. uh, the duck. Yeah, we'll let you know how that goes, how it turns out, because I don't think it's going to be great. But during this time that I've been away, um, as winter approaches, I decided to put up some Christmas lights. Little sneak peek over via audio for you guys who watch my stream. Put up some Christmas lights in the background. It looked pretty fucking sick, not gonna lie. Um, and it just adds a little stuff to the background because I look like I stream in a prison cell, so it'll add some color. It'll add some color. I'm excited for it. We started decorating because Thanksgiving's almost here. Um, I was never one to go Black Friday shopping right after Thanksgiving because that's a huge thing. I would just do the Black Friday sales like Cyber Monday or whatever the fuck it's called, like on Amazon and shit. Because that was always a lot easier. Plus, you don't have to fucking leave the house and deal with the craziness of humanity. So we would always spend that time when I was a kid, Black Friday decorating for Christmas. Because, like I said 2 episodes ago, well, actually 1 episode ago, but 2 weeks ago, goddamn, so sorry. I don't like bringing Christmas stuff into my existence until after Thanksgiving, solely because I want to savor Thanksgiving and then savor Christmas and make it its own thing. But it's almost that time. So Joy and I went shopping. We got Christmas lights. We put them up. We got a little sign that says Season's Greetings on it that has a little wreath, and we put it on our apartment door. We got some fucking hot chocolate and cider, and we got some like, what are they? Crap, what are they called? Shoot. Frere Rocher? It was like hazelnut chocolates, and we got like the orange chocolates. Oh my god, guys. Dark chocolate or milk chocolate with the orange flavoring that are shaped like an orange, and you break them off in wedges. That is a secret pleasure of mine. I love that chocolate so much. But it always comes out during like Christmas time. So I grabbed one of those. And then we cut the duck, of course. But we put everything up, and it's just very Christmassy in here. And on the subscription service for music that I use for stream, I saw they have like a Christmas lo-fi, and I'm ready. I'm ready. 2 more days. Thanksgiving, its own thing, beautiful, nice. The next day, coming to stream with fucking snowfall and lights and fucking lo-fi. No, first Noel. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. It's a beautiful time of year. Beautiful time of year. Everyone, be thankful. Be thankful for the people around you. Be thankful for your family. Be thankful for your friends. Be thankful for life. We only have this one. But no, I never went Black Friday shopping. I've only gone twice. Once because I worked at Walmart at one point, and I got a huge discount. So I worked Black Friday, and in the morning I just went around, grabbed some shit, and bought like a TV and a fucking PlayStation, and left. And the time before that, I went like 2 days after. It was like Saturday, and I went in. Literally in the front, they had a whole thing of just movies. Back when I collected movies, and I just bought a shit ton because they were like $1 a piece, and then I left. It was really easy. And I've always lived in like smaller cities and towns, so it was never terrible during Black Friday, if that makes sense. It was never the horror stories or horror shows you see on TV where people trample each other and fight over a fucking toaster. Fight over a freaking toaster. That's my toaster! Hands off! Give me my toaster back! People are crazy. But yeah, we've been just decorating, and it's been nice. I've been liking it. I've been liking it a lot. Um, it's just that time of year, man. It's that time of year, bro. Oh boy. Also, something I thought about. This is totally random and totally out there. But I'm planning a thing for Christmas for stream with a little friend of mine, and I won't disclose the person's name because I want it to be a surprise. But this little sneak peek, I haven't brought this up at all. Um, but we were talking about Christmas and the fact that every time Santa comes, you're supposed to put out cookies and milk, and I've never understood that. You know, like why? Like, is it just a treat? You know, like why don't we give him some Werthers and just call it a day? No, like we put out cookies and milk, and he's supposed to eat that every single fucking person he stops at. That's a fuck ton of cookies and milk, man. That's so many. You know, it's supposed to be like the magic of Christmas, and he's fat, but like he's not like obese, you know, and so like he's husky, you know, Santa's husky, and he's supposed to be the magic of Christmas, like he's just using a lot of energy. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just because he has to squeeze down the fucking chimney. But then I was like, what if it's the opposite? What if he's lactose intolerant, and the reason he needs to drink the milk and eat the cookies is to have the Hershey squirts or just fucking ripping some ass to skyrocket up the chimney again to get back to his sleigh. And I was like, that is such a funny concept. The only way the only way that Santa can get back up the chimney is to drink the milk, since he's lactose intolerant, so he can shit himself and fire himself up like a rocket up the chimney again. But it's the magic of Christmas, you know. Maybe he's lactose intolerant, but because of the magic of Christmas, it doesn't give him the shits. It just gives him rocket fuel coming out of his ass. So he that's how he flies. Maybe the milk is for the reindeer. Maybe that's how reindeer flies. Milk. Got milk. Got fucking flight, bro. You Peter Panning this shit. You give milk to reindeer, they'll fly. We should feed cookies and milk to reindeer and see what happens. Maybe that's the secret of Christmas. Have you thought about that, people? Maybe lactose intolerance. Maybe everyone's a little bit lactose intolerant. Did you think about that? Oh my god, guys. Guys, lactose intolerance is the secret and power of Christmas. You guys seen Elf? They need the power of belief to power Christmas. No. It's milk. That's why the milk companies have been saying, got milk. They have that whole thing. And they're like, you got to drink milk to get your bones strong, nice and strong. And no, it's because they know that without us drinking milk and fucking having our lactose intolerance, Santa can't fly his shit. It's the power of belief. That's why it hurts. That's why it hurts so good. It's because we're pushing that positive energy for Santa to fly and get us all our presents. Holy shit, I figured it out. That's why now that everyone's, you know, like realizing we're all lactose intolerant and we're changing to nut milks, like almond and cashew, the fucking so good. Love cashew and almond milk, coconut milk and oat milk. Now the spirit of Christmas is dying off. Everybody. That's why we have mall Santas. That's why we don't have the real thing. You know? Lactose intolerance is the secret of Christmas. The power of Christmas. Yeah, I'm so fucking smart. Oh man. I promised that this episode would be a little longer. But I like the 40 minute mark. I think it's a solid amount of time for people to sit in and listen to a podcast. It's not too long. And it's not too short. It's like a nice amount because time is valuable. And I know you can throw a podcast on during your day, your commute, your drive before you go to bed, while you're working. You know, it's easy to throw on, but it's I don't want to make it too long where people just stop listening halfway through. You know, maybe that's just me worrying that I'm not funny enough. But you know, it is what it is. But guys, I promise that there will never be a day like this again unless I'm deathly ill, where I miss an episode. This past 2 weeks have been a lot emotionally, and I am not going to apologize for missing it. But at the same time, I missed it. I missed making the episode. I missed sitting down and doing this because it's a lot of fun. So I am apologetic for myself and for this situation because it sucked for me and for everybody. So, thank you for all the support. Thank you for always listening to this podcast, guys. Thank you for always listening to this podcast. I love doing this. I think this is one of the biggest highlights of this year is doing this podcast. I love hearing how many people have been listening to it. I'm always so surprised because, like, you know, I hope that people listen to it. I hope people are enjoying it. I put it out there. You never know. Plus, I'm finding out that a lot of random people that I don't know listen to the podcast, and that's so awesome. And if you're one of those people and you're not like a part of the Twitch community that I've started, and you're just here and you're listening to the podcast because you like it, fucking, I love you, man. Who you are as a human. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for you this Thanksgiving. Thank you for listening to the podcast. And you know what? I hope that everyone has a great fucking Thanksgiving. Even if you're not doing anything, can't see family, or you're just chilling at home, I hope you have a great one. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you just have a beautiful week. Get stuffed with food. Just absolutely obliterate your stomach with some food, okay? Get some apple pie or some pumpkin pie. Throw some whipped cream and ice cream in there. Fucking eat that shit up. Yes. And get some apple cider, okay? Heat it up. Put a stick of cinnamon in it and slurp that shit down. Do it for me. Do it for America. Do it for the power of Christmas and being lactose intolerant. You know? But no, I hope everyone has a great fucking week, and I look forward to being back next week and recording the next one. And I look forward to being on stream this Friday. Come out this Friday if you're listening to this on Wednesday. Come out this Friday, and check out all the new shit. I'm very excited. Yeah, have a great one, everybody. Thank you so much. Share with your friends, please. I'm going to plug myself real quick before I end. Please, if you don't mind, share the podcast with your friends. Talk about it, tweet about it, share what you thought about the episode when you're done listening. Share it on Twitter, Instagram. It really helps. And let's expand people's knowledge of the podcast's existence. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Eat your apples and stay funky, my dudes. Have a good one. Bye.